Well, hi everyone. I thought it was time to do an update of the high-rise building collapse in Bangkok, Thailand that occurred on March 28, 2025 as a result of the 7.7 magnitude earthquake that occurred in Myanmar, a strike-slip fault that did a lot of damage in Myanmar, and reportedly the only building that collapsed in Bangkok was this building that I'll go over here in more detail. Now, many of you reached out to me when I posted my initial video, which was in the immediate aftermath of this collapse, pointing out that it was a Chinese-led company that was responsible for the construction, and suggested that there was some aspect of tofu dreg construction here. And I didn't want to jump in that theory right off the bat, but all the information that I have so far shows that that was unfortunately exactly the case. So as I mentioned, this building collapsed in the Chatuchak area of Bangkok. Let's roll some footage of this building collapse. It was recorded from several angles.
Wait! The whole building collapsed.
This building had topped out at 33 stories, 492 feet, and there were several, nearly 100 workers at the site when this collapsed. 92 were initially missing. The death toll is at 74 people, with more bodies still attempting to be recovered. And according to reports, the building was 30% complete at the time of the collapse. Just utter devastation. So Thai authorities committed to a thorough and rapid investigation of all the events and aspects that led to the collapse of this building. And so far, they're investigating a total of 37 companies. And the principal company here is China Railway Number 10, one of these contractors that's involved with numerous Belt and Road Initiative projects around the world. So what are the aspects of tofu dreg construction? Basically, inadequate materials, either counterfeit material or material that has properties well below what is specified or what should be used in various types of construction. There's elements of fraud, corruption, and there appears to be, so far in early reports, all of these elements at play that led to the collapse of this building. So early on, the focus of the technical investigation was this condition of the reinforcing steel used for the construction of this building. And according to the nonprofit Thai Iron and Steel Institute, who's looking at samples of these reinforcing steel elements, there's 5 main sizes of rebar: 32 millimeter, 25 millimeter, 20 millimeter, 16 millimeter, and 12 millimeter. And the 32 millimeter reinforcing steel reportedly had strength less than specified, and the 20 millimeter bars failed to have the required density for the steel. So the Chinese companies so far have denied any wrongdoing or denied the use of suspect material in this building so far. So when you have 4 Chinese men arrested in the immediate aftermath of this building collapse trying to destroy documents at the job site construction trailer, it doesn't lend to a lot of credibility with the company involved here. And this company that reportedly produced this reinforcing steel for this building that collapsed is a Chinese joint venture based in Thailand, and they were supposedly banned from supplying reinforcing steel due to various issues in December of 2024. Now, the early investigation of the reinforcing steel indicates that there was insufficient boron, which boron enhances the steel's hardenability and strength, and there were also issues with the ridges on the reinforcing steel not being high enough. So essentially the bar was smoother than what it should have been. Another technical aspect of the early investigation is that the elevator shaft walls were allowed to be thinned from a thickness of 30 millimeters to 25 millimeters, so from a foot to about 10 inches. So this has a lot of implications. I mean, this China Railway Number 10 company was involved, or has been involved, with numerous projects around the world, and well over a dozen in Thailand. And some of the projects include a high-speed rail project. I know some of the local politicians in Bangkok called for an immediate investigation into the condition of construction associated with this high-speed rail project. And then there's numerous other projects headed up by this China Railway number 10 in Thailand. Now, Thailand is a fully modern country. I lived there 30 years ago, and the Thai people are great. And I can tell you, they're not going to stand for this scandal associated with this collapsed building, the death, the destruction. I believe they're going to get to the bottom of it. And it's going to be interesting to see whether these ongoing China-led projects will be canceled. There's a huge and appropriate public outcry against this China Railway number 10 company in particular for just utter disregard for normal engineering and construction practices reportedly. And that's another aspect into the collapse of the building that people are looking at is there wasn't any real shear reinforcement in the building. It was essentially one floor after another with columns supporting it with no interior walls for lateral bracing. So they made that type of building particularly vulnerable to earthquake loading, which obviously caused the collapse of the building in this case. So that's the update. I believe the Thai authorities will really get to the bottom of this situation with this collapsed building and fully delve into the potential implications with other China-led projects throughout Thailand. And I believe there's going to be a full accounting brought to bear for those parties responsible for this collapsed building. And I'll keep you posted with ongoing developments. So with that, I'd like to send a shout out to those of you who have contributed to buy me a coffee. There's a link in the description if you're so inclined. That's an excellent way to support the channel. I also want to thank the channel members and those of you who have contributed to Super Thanks. So all those mechanisms go to support the channel, my research into these projects and other productions. So I really appreciate it. Please stay tuned for future videos, everyone.